For several years from 2005 onward, I have tried to get help from my local MP, ALAN Whitehead. He used to issue business cards which stated he could be contacted in writing at the House of Commons, but you could actually do this via his constituency office. It also showed he could be contacted via email. I first wrote to Mr. Whitehead in 2005, passing on some details of problems I was having. I was not asking for help at that time, but stated I would be in 2006. By September of 2006, it was apparent that no true means of redress against the state exist, so I was seeking support for state-assisted suicide. If the politicians are unwilling to fix the problems, then the only humane thing to do is to offer a way out. However, in November, I forwarded various details and asked for a response if he was prepared to help. I heard nothing. Skipping to March of 2007, I had not had money for food for 74 days due to deliberate action by the job centre. True, I did not directly ask for help, as by now it seemed pointless to ask Mr. Whitehead. By the following February, the job centre pointed to the Parliamentary Ombudsman and noted that I could not access this as my local MP was unwilling to respond to me. True, here I did instruct Mr. Whitehead not to respond, and in March I merely documented lack of response all round. Jumping ahead to 2011, and this time try and contact via email, in July I specifically requested Mr. Whitehead to confirm he was not willing to provide any representation for me. I heard nothing. So in July, I wrote to the Labour Party Chief Whip asking if they could prompt their colleague into providing the requested statement so that I could look for an MP who might be willing to help. I received no response from the party whip, so in September I wrote directly to the Labour Party asking whether it was now general Labour Party policy not to provide representation for their constituents. It seems unlikely that the Chief Whip may have responded to me and somehow it got lost in transit, so I again wrote to the Chief Whip to confirm that I had not received any response from them or from ALAN Whitehead. A few days later, I received a letter from the Chief Whip's office, curiously dated the same day as my letter was posted. They indicated it was not a matter for the Labour Party if their MPs do not represent their constituents. The following month, I wrote to ALAN Whitehead one final time with a specific request for helping in accessing the Parliamentary Ombudsman. Still no response. I therefore emailed the Ombudsman directly to ask if the system had changed and they could be accessed directly. They confirmed that the Ombudsman could still only be accessed on referral by an MP, and further noted that without your MP's help, you are basically screwed. You may think I have not been clear in my requests for help, but some have been quite specific. You may believe that I have effectively placed myself on Mr. Whitehead's blacklist. Whatever the circumstance, I am on the blacklist and I cannot access the Ombudsman. I have no idea whether I am the only person on the blacklist. If you have asked for help and been ignored, then you will know whether you are too. Come election time, keep it in mind.